Yo. Hey, everybody. Hey, every guys and girls. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Save File 3 of the Autosave podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Crash, a.k.a. Crashton Kucher. Fist fight.
And I'm here with Cuz. What took you so long? Metal Gear. It's Metal Gear. That's all I got this week.
Metal Gear.
Yeah,
so today we got a bunch of news. This is older news. We were going to record this yesterday, but that's okay. Some of this stuff has been updated since I wrote the notes, but that's okay.
that's
Crash,
fine.
Crash, what you been up to, man? Been a week. It's been another week. This is week 3.
It has been a week, and what a week it has been. On day shift now, which is a huge adjustment. I'm still adjusting to it.
Yeah, it was a huge adjustment when I went from days to nights when I worked at a grocery store. It was stupid. It was the dumbest.
Yeah, it's like I spent the last weekend. I took Thursday off. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tried to get back on the day shift schedule to be up at 4:30 in the morning. I've been able to do it, no problems. It's just everything else is off.
Oh yeah.
My eating is off. My sleeping is like I'm tired all the time.
Well, because
hopefully,
when you go from one schedule to the other, you're used to eating at a certain time.
I had a 3 a.m. dinner time, and I liked that.
Yeah, because every time we started like getting to the game, you're like, you sit here with a bowl. You come in like a bowl of food, like
hey guys,
rice and chicken.
What's up? I gotta eat.
What's up?
Jesus Christ!
God, you just ate, bruh.
Well, you gotta eat big to get big.
That's right.
That's just the way it is.
Hey, there we go. I had to flip my cam so you can actually read my hat. Cool.
Oh, what does your hat say?
It's a Mr. Robot hat.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah, man. Have you ever seen Mr. Robot?
That's the Terminator, right? I'm talking about the Terminator.
I'm talking about the Terminator, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. They got a new one coming out. Did you know that?
A new Arnold?
They just announced a new Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh man,
they did a new Terminator movie, and I think
I did not hear that actually. This is news. This is new news. This is
hot news.
Non-noteworthy news. This is not on the notes.
No. We got one with what's her name? Linda Hamilton. It looks like she's actually going to be back.
So. Who was she before?
Sarah Connor.
Oh, I didn't know her actual name. I just knew her as Sarah Connor.
Yeah, Sarah Connor's Hamilton. Back.
She's back. Good.
And maybe her twin sister.
Kara Sonner.
How'd you do that? How did you do that?
I'm a magician.
How did you do that? I want to know.
So, I proposed this to you. The name change to our news segment. It used to just be game news. Now it's called Hey, send news.
Send news.
Send us your news. If you go on Imager, you constantly see the send nudes. It's a wordplay. We're playing
very
words.
Creative, and it's very funny.
It is
okay.
Funny. Hey, send news.
You guys do not get it. You are not woke to comedy.
You gotta be comedy woke. P.S.
You gotta be comedy woke.
Like the name suggests, send us your news. Send us your news. If you have any questions, comments, or any news you'd like us to talk about, please email us at theautosavepod@gmail.com or at autosavepod on Twitter. And
maybe
we will
sleep
get that.
in your bed.
Maybe what?
What?
Oh, well. So you have a Switch, right? Mr. Fist of Crashes.
I do have a Switch. I have not played it, even though I have played it quite a bit in the past. I just recently I haven't. I'm thinking about getting Final Fantasy VII on it.
I did not like the original. The remake's not coming onto the Switch, right?
Right. It is the original. They released the original Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's cool.
So I might get that. I might play through it again. I don't know. It sounds pretty good.
Maybe one of these games that are coming to the Switch will, kind of light that fire again. Because did you hear about the new games that I have on the list here?
I did not.
So Darksiders, I think this is the original. Darksiders 1, the War Mastered Edition, came out on April 2nd, on the 2nd. The Borderlands Game of the Year Edition came out on April 3rd. And then they're actually coming out with another Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games for Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo for the Switch. It comes out in 2020. I don't know why they announced all that. They actually had a video for it online. It was pretty cool.
I'm not a.
You don't want to lace up the old Sonic sneakers?
Man, he ran away a long time ago.
Wow.
He was too fast for me.
It's too fast.
Too fast.
I feel like that'd be a good party game though. Like nice and
could be.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of the Mario games like that, like Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Soccer. I think soccer is only on the Wii and the GameCube.
Strikers, by the way.
Strikers, thank you. Wow.
It's one of the best games ever made.
It was actually super fun.
Like most of the games I talk about.
That and Blitz. Just straight
NFL
up Blitz. Yeah.
My man. N64. That's where it's at. So real quick, let's check this list. Darksiders War Master Edition. I do have that on PS4. I haven't touched it yet.
I actually have the Borderlands Game of the Year edition on PS4. It just came out too.
Yeah, I saw. I did actually. I think you posted a picture of that in our chat. I'm not sure.
Alex did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was at GameStop on the day it came out. I was looking for, just really cheap, obscure PS3 games because I'm weird.
Where'd you go?
And,
did you go to Super Fun Game Time or whatever the fuck?
I was at GameStop.
Oh, they did say that.
Old G-Stop posting like over $650 million loss, whatever. They're not doing well. That's been covered here and back. But some dude was in there. He's like, "You got the Borderlands Game of the Year edition? I've been looking everywhere for it, man." And he had to get sent to another store for it. He's like, "That's like my favorite game. Me and my friends beat it co-op." And I was like, "That's awesome." That's awesome. I mean, it was like the nerdiest thing I've ever seen. But I was like, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling when you get like.
That's exactly how I felt when Alex told us about it. I was like, hell yeah. I want to replay through it because Borderlands 1 was so much fun co-op, and then Borderlands 2 came out, and you got all the updates to like how the gameplay felt. Like it was a lot more polished, and I feel like the Game of the Year edition of Borderlands 1 with the characters that I liked more, arguably, with that polished gameplay.
Mordecai was the shit.
Mordecai was great. I can't remember the chick's name, but that's who I played.
Siren?
Yes, Siren. Who was okay? So there was Mordecai, Siren, and I can't remember the other two. The names off the top of my head, I'm blanking. I'm just getting the Borderlands 2 names. Anyway, the other two, there was
Bertle.
Bertle. That sounds like a Street Fighter character.
Not. That's Birdie.
That is Birdie.
It's
Brick, Lilith, Mordecai, and Roland. Siren was Lilith. Brick was the Berserker, Lilith was the Siren, Mordecai was the Hunter, Roland was the Soldier. I played Roland because he had the turret. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's always dope. So when I played with a longtime friend of mine, probably somebody that I've been friends with longer than anybody else that I still talk to, my buddy Nick, and we played. This was right down his alleyway. Yeah. He was so into it. But the only thing I liked it, and it was really the first like looter shooter as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
But it was like playing an MMO offline. I remember that because it was like, go kill this many things, and I'm like, wonderful. I got out of World of Warcraft because of this, and obviously the game's success speaks for itself. When you have a third game coming out, like a third installment,
especially
people have been wanting it for so long.
Yeah, especially after how badly the pre-sequel did.
Yeah, so like they're releasing it. That cover art is dope.
Yeah,
that is
like a picture was posted on our chat. It looks like, and it reminds us of the Far Cry 5. One of the arts that they posted, it was the main villain of Far Cry 5 sitting at a table with all of his henchmen, and he looked like Jesus at the
Last Supper.
The Last Supper. Yeah.
So
awesome.
It's based on like the Catholic doctrine where the grenade is the Sacred Heart, of which only Jesus and Mary have. So it's pure heart, like purified heart with fire is pure and cleansed with the Holy Spirit. And the hand gesture is similar to what Jesus did, except he does 3 because it's the third.
Yeah.
And I have in notes depictions of Jesus.
Jesus.
Eyzoos.
That's how you spell it, right?
No one knows why they did it like that, but it's dope. And it's just like the two other covers were sick too.
Yeah.
Like the first one, he like did the the guns to his head. And the second one he did 2. Like that's that's. Like
I think cover art can make or break a game, to be honest. At least before it releases.
Yeah, well, I would say it definitely sells games.
That's right. That's essentially what I was saying, right?
Like, yeah, like I would definitely consider buying number 3 now because like I'm just like that's just.
Yeah. I mean, it's got
my attention. It's got my attention.
Yeah, and if the thought of playing co-op, 4-player co-op in a campaign didn't draw you in enough, like that would draw you in more.
I'd have to have friends to do that.
Hey, you have me, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
That's 2.
Right.
That's 2.
That's 2.
Send us your emails if you want to join us. Yeah, but I'm excited to play that again. Hopefully Darksiders and Mario get picked up for the Switch. Those are some
I'm just wondering why
games.
They must be, those Olympic games must sell because I've never played one of them. I've never been interested, but they must sell.
They sell. I mean, they wouldn't have made a bunch of them if they didn't. Here's another little tidbit. This was in my notes. This was something that I added prior to the official announcement, but I think I made these notes on the first, which I saw an article for R-Type Final 2, which was a possible April Fool's joke or a really poorly timed announcement. But no, it wasn't a joke. It was actually announced for the PS4.
Really?
Yeah. I've never played in the R-Types, but...
they're hugely popular.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Are good. I mean, dude, I'm down at this point. I'm in a rut with gaming, so
hey, man,
I gotta try something new.
I want to get this off topic, but I want to pick up Borderlands 2 eventually, or Division 2 eventually.
I hear that's doing well, so it might be an option for sure.
Yeah. So this next topic's kind of going to go into our theme. Like if you're watching us on Twitch, you've noticed our background is a creepy ass Teletubby picture. It kind of goes into our theme for the Top 10, which is going to be Top 10 horror games. So this next topic is about the new Chucky movie.
Horror games?
Horror games.
Horrors?
Yes, horrors.
Oh man, I wrote a wrong list, dude. I thought you were talking about spooky games, not horrors.
Oh. Well, I guess we'll go with your topic. That sounds much better because I feel like there's only one horror game, and that's that's Leisure Suit Larry.
And not to mention, I perfectly respect whores.
Whores, yeah.
Dude, I don't want to make that sound like I don't respect them.
No, why would you not? You have no reason to. Yeah.
Field is professional.
But off the whores and into the horror.
Yeah.
Did you hear who's playing or doing the voice of Chucky in the new Child's Play remake?
Darth Vader.
Close. It's actually Mark Hamill. It's Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
I feel like you did that on purpose.
I did. I'm looking at the notes right now. So,
well, a little behind the curtain.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think about that? Because I'm excited as shit.
Mark Hamill's awesome.
I love Mark Hamill. He nailed the Joker so well. Like I feel like he can do any voice.
I mean, he's got
nothing else to do in Star Wars, so.
And he's done with that.
Spoiler alert.
Much,
yeah.
much.
A lot. But I loved Chucky when I was a kid. The Chucky movies, like they were those horror movies that creeped you the fuck out when you were a kid, but also like rewatching them as an adult, you're like, God, it's crazy to watch when you were like 13.
Yeah,
10, 13.
I saw the first one when I was way too young to see it, so I don't really remember it, and I haven't watched any of them since.
You should rewatch them.
I should. I might have to. Or I'll just wait for this remake to come out, and we'll just start fresh.
Yeah, start fresh.
Why not?
We'll see that. I'm going to double check because I forgot to add what I wanted to add. The release date. So we'll see that when it comes out in June 21st of this year, 2019. We'll see how that all plays out.
very neat.
Very neat.
Very neat.
Very neat. The next two pick in our horrors thing is going to be the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Resident Evil.
The remake price drop is down to $40, which is an all-time low for the product, even though it just came out. And that's for PS4 and Xbox One only. I'm assuming that does not mean PC. So, yeah.
I mean, there's really no reason to buy it at this point, guys. Like I said, can't browser 2 months without porn. You'd be fine.
Yeah.
Play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You don't need
full price.
You don't need
PC.
browsers. YouPorn's free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Why are we
even here?
Now, you said you didn't play your Switch very often, but did you know that last week Amazon Prime members got a free year of Switch Online?
I did. I heard.
Did you get it?
I didn't. I'm not Amazon Prime.
What?
I'm not.
Dude, I've saved so much money already.
I don't buy much from Amazon because
I had to
much
buy
more of a here and now. If I get something,
Well,
I wake up. I'm like, I'm gonna buy a TV. I go and buy a TV. Well, if I can, of course, or I just put it on the credit. You never have to pay that back, anyways.
Yeah, what's a credit? No, I usually get like my like Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, and stuff for people through Amazon because you get the free 2-day shipping. And I'm at work and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to pick this up. I can pick it up. Also, I had to get all the stuff for my computer through Amazon because it was just cheaper, and I got
too,
stuff.
yeah.
But with the free 2-day shipping, I've saved so much.
And you get free your Switch Online, which the Switch is
nice rhyme.
adding. They're adding. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding. They added 4 new games to the Nintendo one. I think I can't remember what they are, but they added 4 more. It is well worth it. I think it's what, $30, $40 for the year. Play online, and people are gonna complain. Oh, well, it was free. Well, it's not now. So
yeah, but
shame that they try to make something happen for themselves. You gotta handle your business. Nintendo.
You gotta give a handy to your business.
You gotta give a handy.
You should also get Twitch Prime. Now this is free. This is for you and for our listeners because I'm selling this to you now too. You get Twitch Prime. You get a free sub a month. I mean, if you watch people from Twitch, I mean, granted, like who do you sub to? Do you sub to anybody on Twitch?
I sub to somebody named Alaskan Savage.
Okay, now
he's the best.
You can get Amazon Prime and have Twitch Prime, and then get that free sub and sub to him every month for free. Doggy.
I do know that.
So an extra $5 a month gets you Twitch Prime and the Prime sub to him. So boom, shakalaka, selling it to you. And a segue, you can sub to us when we become affiliates and partners or whatever the fuck. So keep that in mind. Yep. I'm gonna do another fat guy on a segue and tell you to sub to our Google Play Music. The Autosave pod on Google is now on Google Play Music. So
we're on Google Play Music.
We're on Google Play Music. We're on Stitcher Radio. And did you not know that for real?
I didn't know we were on Google Play Music.
Yeah, I put us on Google. I got us approved, baby. We didn't get approved for iTunes though. Not yet.
Do you want to know? Do you want to? That's awesome, and I appreciate that. You want to know some bullshit though?
Tell me something
I found out.
What's that? Is it our Instagram account?
No, I haven't heard anything about that. I'm just gonna use we can just use our independent
personals. Yeah, which is Crash Fist Fight Live and Cosmic Gaming, KAZMIIK, 2 eyes like my face. What were you gonna say?
So for the longest time, honestly, since you pretty much could, I've been a Spotify Premium user.
Mm-hmm.
So you get $9.99 a month, unlimited plays, skips.
And now you also get Hulu with it too.
Now you also get Hulu. Now my wife, I wanted her to. She got a new phone because she was so excited to see me the other day. She spiked her phone on the floor. I'm not joking.
No, I know that because I saw her Instagram post.
Yeah, it was.
Why did she spike it?
She was so excited to see me when I came home.
Legit.
That's what she said. I think she was trying to hit me, but you never know. It's love.
Well, yeah. It's a weird thing. Love is a weird thing.
She was excited and
it just dropped it.
It was probably anyways. So
it fell. That's the point.
She got a new phone. She downloaded Spotify. I was like, you know what? Let's do Spotify Family because we're a family now.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
So it's $15 a month. You get, I don't know how many users, but as long as you're in the same home, log in. I'm like, cool. Guess what I'm gonna watch? Boy Meets World.
Snap.
Bring up Hulu.
Yeah.
You only get Hulu for just a premium membership. If you have the family membership, you do not get Hulu with it.
What? That's stupid.
What
I mean,
what
I
is
only use
what
it for
is
myself. I only use it for myself. So I mean, theoretically, if you do you have yours tied to your Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, then that's X. If you don't have it tied to your Facebook, then you can just log it in without Facebook. You know what I mean? Use the same account on 2 devices.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Well, that's not tits, man.
Well, because she has a bunch of playlists also, so I want her to have her account.
Oh yeah, so she can have her own playlist.
Because she has all of her own playlists with really weird German rap. It's hilarious.
I feel like she is the type of person who listens to German rap.
Yeah, she's just like, listen to this Mongolian metal band. I'm like, you are amazing. So just so you know, you can listen to the podcast on the Google Play Music.
Yeah, as we talk about Spotify for 5 minutes. But yes,
so
Google Play
Music. I see the next topic.
You can just hit right into that.
I'm gonna push right in. It's one of my favorite things. Sekiro speedrunning and speedrunners.
I didn't even know this was that. So I was Googling some articles. As always, I look up stuff to put into our show to kind of, stuff I want to tell the world. Telling the world is what I like. Informing the masses. So I came across this this article about Sekiro speedrunners. Side note, I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across, I can't remember the people that do it, but the highlight reel, like the highlight reel about like those 6-minute videos, like little highlights from different games of like weird things that happen.
I'm sure I've seen him. I don't know specifically.
And that's a narrator. He goes through. He's like, number this from Fallout or whatever. The way he pronounced it is Sekiro.
Sekiro.
Yeah, that's how he pronounced it. He's like, and number 4 from Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice or whatever. He didn't say twice. He didn't say twice. Got excited.
Twice.
But yeah, you reminded me that's how he said it. But he was serious and saying it for like a business thing, not just saying Shakiro Shadows Eat Rice or whatever like we do.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, Shakira Shadows Eat Rice. So these speedrunners have been finding wacky techniques to beat the game in about like 40 minutes.
It sounds about right. I mean, your Dark Souls world record's about 50 minutes. It's somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour.
This is arguably harder. But here's a couple of things. So this might make it actually make you understand why. They sprint through most of the enemy camps, although you can't sprint before you get the sword. So there's certain parts that you can't really do that. Then there is a sequence break, and these, if for those of you who don't want to know about like certain bosses, just fast forward maybe a couple minutes. But there's a sequence break allowing you to kill the snake early.
How do I fast forward? Right now, I can't fast forward this.
You can't. You're subjected to this.
All right, let's do this. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Because you didn't beat Sekiro yet.
No, I just beat the one boss. No spoilers.
Oh yeah, I just beat that one boss also.
Yeah.
So to do that, you poison yourself on a specific piece of land, which kills you, and then it spawns you at a point where the snake can be killed, which is weird. I didn't read the whole thing, so if you guys want to, we can post a link to that article. But there's a way you can clip through the temple grounds that takes you directly to the folding screen monkey boss, which is also a weird name for a boss.
Actually, I think that's where I'm at.
The folding screen monkey boss.
You ringing the bell?
I didn't ring the bell. You're further than me then.
Probably not.
Probably. I just beat. Oh shit! What's Anyway, it doesn't matter. I can't remember who I just fought. And there's also a skip to completely skip fighting the Blazing Bull, which took me all of one try.
You beat him in one try?
One try. Although I did have Joe telling me, like, he's like, oh yeah, just so you know, you can do this. Like, give me a little insight.
Yeah.
And there's many others. We can post the link to social media so you can take a look. But just know that there are people out there doing God's work, speedrunning Sekiro.
And speedrunning, just if you don't watch speedrunners, give it a try. It is some of the most impressive shit you'll ever see.
Dude, I'm so excited for Summer Games done quick.
Oh god, we should do.
Oh yes,
dude.
yes.
We should. I'm gonna call off sick that whole week. and we're gonna stream the whole thing. We're just gonna sit in front of it and watch it the whole time, and just stream it.
Well, that's not what I was thinking, because I can't do that because I just started a new job.
Just
But
quit.
I do think that we should get together and like videotape us watching some, like stream it while we watch it, just like over a weekend, maybe like a Saturday or something.
For sure.
That'd be cool.
For sure.
Yeah,
That would be a good event.
Keep your eyes peeled for the at the Autosave podcast at twitch.tv. So we'll do that. It's in July.
I definitely want to get more speed running into the channel, although I myself don't do it.
I kind of wanted to start doing it, but I don't have the time really to do it.
We could look. I just don't know if I have the patience for one game. You know,
I just have to figure out a game that I like enough to do it. Like, I feel like you could do RE2 remake easily.
I just beat it again today, actually.
Or the Prey.
2.5 hours.
I feel like you could do Prey.
I looked into it. Prey has a lot of clipping and a lot of out of balance and a lot of glitches, and I can't do those. Not that I've tried, but I
feel like it would ruin the game for you too.
Yeah, I love that game.
So maybe look into RE2. Speaking of amazing speedruns, Elder Scrolls, all the Elder Scrolls games are really good speedruns. But we're actually going to talk about Elder Scrolls 6 in particular. Have you heard of this old 86-year-old lady named Sp0oky?
She's not old, she's seasoned.
Okay. 86 years young.
There you go. But she's an angel, and she's my grandma. Or will be. I'm going to adopt her.
The best. She's so awesome. And if you guys are listening, check her out, Sp0oky on YouTube. She plays Skyrim, and she's quite possibly the nicest old lady / most hilarious old lady streamer I've ever seen, even though I've only ever seen her. But the people over at Bethesda does Elder Scrolls, am I? Okay. Yep. For some reason in my brain that sounded weird. But she's going to be an NPC in Elder Scrolls 6, which is so awesome.
I think there was a petition or something for that, I think, and they were like, yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Even if it's an NPC. Like, it's not.
She's immortalized. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really done a good service to Skyrim. Like, I don't know. She's just really fun. You should check her out if you guys are listening. So, be on the lookout for ES6. I'm excited. Actually, I don't know. I didn't play Skyrim, so I don't really.
Wait.
But honestly,
really?
I played a little bit of it. But Skyrim is. I feel like in some games there is a point where there's just too much to do. You know what I mean?
There is a considerable amount.
I'm one of those people who
flooded.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who likes to do all the side quests and everything. So just having so much to do is a turnoff to me. And in the same vein of Elder Scrolls, I actually have been playing the Elder Scrolls Blades early access beta for mobile devices.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
It's actually super fun. I was thinking about doing a stream to it because I have an adapter that allows me to go from USB-C to HDMI, so I can do it into my capture card.
Oh, okay, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be probably not a lot of people doing that, so it would be good to kind of get in on the ground floor of that. So that's kind of cool.
But you know what? A lot of people are doing Destiny 2. Yeah, Destiny's getting a big quality of life update. Not too much info as to what that is. I also didn't really care because I don't play Destiny that much anymore. So
it's getting something. We don't. Whatever.
It's getting something. But you know what though? I am excited for our next thing. The Sega Mega Drive Sega is getting a Mega Drive and Genesis Mini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like in the same vein as the SNES and the NES Classic.
Yeah.
They're getting a mini, which is awesome.
I see. We got a lot of games confirmed for it here.
Yeah, the first 10 out of the 40 classic hits we got here. Watch out, September 19th of this year. That's when it's going to come out. I'm sure it's not going to be too expensive. Maybe like what, $50 is what the NES Classic was.
Well, so here's the thing. It shouldn't be, because the NES Classic was like SNES Classic was like 80, I think.
Oh, was it really?
I think so. Is it? I think that's probably worth it based on what you're getting. I mean, just for Metroid,
it's like 60 now. But yeah,
I think it was like, it was expensive. They were hard to find, and people were buying them and flipping them on eBay and all this shit. So you got Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Beam Machine, Toe Jam and Earl, Comic Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog, Ultra Beast, Gunstar Heroes.
Now those would be so much fun to play. Like I've played all those on my my Pi, and I mean they're fun.
Yeah,
but like,
no, they're like okay, so they're great games. But we have Sonic's
Well,
Ultimate Sega Collection on PS3. We have the Jet re-released on PS4. It was on the PSP, and I'm pretty sure there was one on the PS2. So there's like you can get all these games if you already have any of those systems for like $20.
Yeah, that's awesome. What I was gonna say though is I'm excited to play them on an actual Genesis controller again.
That's okay. That's a good point.
Yeah,
you had that's solid.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean,
Toe Jam and Earl's not on there. Castlevania Bloodlines. I don't even know. I'd have to look it up. I don't even think that was released here. That might be a first.
I think
US
these
release.
are. I think these are US releases. The Japanese one. Let's see, Castlevania Bloodlines.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, that was released here.
Yeah, so Castlevania Bloodlines ones. This is the top 10 for, or the first 10 releases for the US. I didn't write down the Japanese ones because they were too out there as far as titles go. None of them I've ever heard of. But yeah, I for one will probably not be picking it up because I do have a Pi, and I don't really. I can't justify spending the money on it because I'm not one of those people who do collect those kind of things. Yeah. But for some people, it is very intriguing and something that people are going to look forward to.
I agree. I don't have any interest. I don't actually have interest in collecting physical stuff for anything older than like the N64.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest here. ROMs are a thing.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
We're all adults here.
You know, save states are, well, I think you could probably save state. I think you can save state probably on these classics because I know you can on like Sonic's Ultimate Sega Collection for the PS3, which I have the Platinum Trophy for. I'm almost positive you can, so that's helpful. But I mean, you can spend a lot of money when you don't really have to, and I mean, I guess now there's some moral obligation to actually pay money because you can actually give money to the developer as opposed to, you're not taking money when you download a ROM for the original Sega the Hedgehog. You're not. Sega's not losing money because they had no money to gain from you because the game's not available.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Now they can. So now now I'd actually kind of be morally obligated to actually buy one of these, but
so you're
see
giving
how it
them
goes. So if it's anything like the PlayStation Classic, we're gonna avoid it like the plague.
Yep. For our next topic, you actually touched on it. So if you, we actually touched on it a little bit earlier, but the Borderlands 3 announcement trailer came out.
I didn't watch the trailer. I gotta be honest with you.
I did. It looked so good. I mean, it looks. To be honest with you, it looks these stylings and the way it looks and. It looks exactly like 2 and 1, like that cell shading. I don't think you can get it looking any crisper because it is cell shading. Right. I feel like it kind of caps out, not because, the technology caps out, but because the way the art style is, it can only look so good without it compromising that cell shading style. But I will say that in the notes at the time that I wrote this, like it's exactly what I wanted to say. I'm excited. Not as excited as I was when Borderlands 2 was fresh in my mind. Like as soon as you beat Borderlands 2, you're like, God, I want a third one. I want to do it now. I want to do it right now. But now that so many years have passed since it came out, like it's not as fresh. You kind of forget how good that game was. Yeah. So I'm hoping to go back and play this Borderlands Game of the Year edition and Borderlands 2, which is already out for the consoles. To kind of refresh my mind and how much I liked it, so that way I can get super hype about 3. Same thing about Kingdom Hearts. It was so long since 2 came out that it just took a while to re-hype for 3. So
yeah.
What do you think? Are you excited for? I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but
Yeah. What was good about Borderlands was that it was very fun. Gameplay was solid. Co-op, it was great. For me, the story was. I never finished it. It was like, hey, go find this vault and then go collect some animal skins and bring them back to me, and then I'm gonna make you go find 3 other things. It got better with the second one because the second one was, as far as I remember, significantly more story driven.
Yeah.
Um, your characters from the original game got personalities and voices.
Yeah, and like I think we talked about it earlier when we were doing one of our other top 10s. Like we were planning on doing maybe a top 10 villains, and I feel like Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2 would be on that list because like his villain character is super good, and the voice acting was really good, and just he made you like super angry, and he made you feel all the feelings that you needed to feel towards a villain, which was super good. Same with Voss. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So if they keep doing their thing, I think it'll be huge. I know it's 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard someone say that you can do split screen with it. I don't know.
I feel like I heard that too, but I don't know for sure. Yeah.
Let's make that happen. Let's you and I make that happen.
Do split screen?
Yeah. We'll make it happen. We'll go talk to Gearbox.
Okay. Let's do that. I also thought you were talking about like play split screen and stream it.
Oh no, like legit, like couch
like
co-op.
Go
screen.
Go talk to
4
them.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go talk to them.
Yeah.
Make that happen.
Speaking of Crash, Call of Duty 4 got their new Blackout map on the 2nd, which was Tuesday. Alcatraz. It's based on the prison island in San Francisco. It's being described as close quarters battle royal. PS4 is first. Ooh. Other platforms to be announced. PS4 is getting all the Call of Duty stuff because they partnered with Sony. So I kind of feel bad for all the Xbox people who stuck to their system. They're like, I love this system.
It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be great.
Which
then PlayStation's like, nah, dog.
Well,
Dibs.
Shit. At 360 had all that shit forever.
Yeah, they did, and now PlayStation has it. Like as soon as the new systems came out, and they were like, oh, okay.
So, okay, bye Xbox. We'll see you later.
We'll see you later, dude.
My mom's calling. I gotta go. I'm not going to hang out with my other friends.
Oh, it's time for dinner.
It's time for dinner. I can't talk to you.
Crash, dinner time.
So yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't intend on installing Call of Duty unless you guys all want to start playing it again.
I want to try it at least, but yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, Apex kind of stole the battle royale stage for me.
It's still so good.
Again, we can go on forever, but I want to take you back. Okay.
How
I want to take you back.
Way back.
Way back. I want to tell you. I want to tell you the year. To 1994, January 1994. Streets of Rage 3 just came out. What do you do? How excited are you?
I would be completely ignorant to that because I had no idea. I knew it existed. I knew it existed. I played Streets of Rage 2, so if I heard about Streets of Rage 3, I'd be like, hell yeah! But I didn't know about that game.
Well, I'm gonna take you to last week. Now, where they released a Streets of Rage 4 gameplay trailer.
Oh yeah, I heard they were going to be releasing another.
Yeah, it looks just like you want it to for being a Streets of Rage game on the new console. It still has that 2D fighter style. It still has that slow, like unforgiving battle mechanics and shit. But it just reminds me of my childhood.
Sorry. I see. This is late for me now. This is like way late.
Yeah, you got to get sleeping soon, but that's okay.
It's 11 p.m. right now. It's not that late, but
I mean, for you got to get up at 7. So
that's okay. I got to get up at like 5. But
that's okay. Oh, well,
that's okay.
We got a couple more things. To speak about.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very, very passionate about Top 10 for today. So, but I did want to.
You have something else you want to talk about before we hit the top 10?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Did you hear about old baby back bitch Prince Henry?
I think I did, but I want you to tell me.
Yeah, he wants.
I want you to give me all the deets. The 411.
He wants Fortnite banned.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Because it's
what a douche nozzle.
It's bad.
You know what's
So
bad?
this
His
is what I wrote
hairstyle.
about this. I said Prince Harry, whichever one, who cares? Said
He's got too much money. He
Fortnite
gives a
needs to be
fuck.
banned. Well, I think Prince Harry needs to suck a butt and cut his stupid hair. Prince
That's what I said.
Harry, more like Prince Scary. How dumb he is.
It's scary.
More at 7.
Wait, Moritz. Is
More
he
at
the
7.
one? Is he the one that's dating or married to Meghan Markle?
I think he's the one. He was the one that dressed as Hitler.
Really?
Yeah. And to finish this off, I just say he's just mad that he sucks at the game, and 10-year-olds are dunking in his face. That's why he does. That's why he wants it banned.
Prince Harry is the one who is married to Meghan Markle.
Okay.
Meghan, Duchess of Sussex.
What is it? Was it? I think it was Family Guy that said your country is ran by an old woman and a baby.
Yeah.
So I just why I'm upset about it is I'm not upset. I really couldn't. I couldn't give a shit.
It's more just it's upsetting to know his ignorance.
Right.
Like how he's a prince but ignorant as fuck.
It's like this is nothing new. Video games do not cause violent tendencies, homicidal rage, acts of violence. Doesn't cause it. Video game addiction, as much as it's real. As much as you can get addicted to your phone, as much as you can get addicted to like what's another physical habit? I guess like smoking weed. People say it's not chemically addictive, but it's habit forming where you want to smoke something. It's just the same as anything else, with the exception. Cigarettes are chemically addictive. There's chemicals in them and they're fine.
Yeah.
But we want to get rid of a video game because parents can't manage their kids' time.
Yeah. And this is coming, and what you just said there, parents can't manage their time. It also kind of stems into what we were talking about on one of our other episodes about, parents not knowing or not caring what their kids play because of, they'll come in and they'll say, I want to purchase Grand Theft Auto, is the example we gave a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I want to purchase Grand Theft Auto. Oh, but this has this, this, and this. That's okay. Like, you need to stand up as a parent and say, no, you need to put the game down. And if the kid gets angry or upset, then maybe they should stop playing it for an extended period of time,
Right. You can never forget you're the parents.
Mm-hmm. You
set the rules.
Yeah, you're not their friends, you're their parent.
And that's it.
You're not there to make friends with them, you're there to grow, help them grow up.
That's it. No, I agree. I've seen kids, not personally, I haven't seen them, but I know
them with your eyes peeping into kids' windows.
That's
what you do on your personal time, it's okay.
That's not true. That's incorrect. But
Crash, can you please have a seat? Have a seat over here.
Have a seat right there. What are you doing here?
What are you doing? Have a seat.
I'm looking at how much he plays Fortnite. That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
I'm Prince Harry. So, it comes down. My mom gave me no restrictions growing up on video games. Well, music.
with the exception of you have to go to bed because of school.
Right.
But that's the only real thing.
Yeah. My mom was very involved. She was very involved in my life.
Mm-hmm.
She knew. I was very honest with her too because she respected me. She said, "You can play whatever game you want. You can listen to whatever music you want." There was exceptions to that, but like movies, she was like, I don't want you seeing, all these crazy.
I had
movies.
zero restrictions on anything.
Yes. So,
and we see how I turned out. So maybe Harry's right.
You know what, he might be. But there was always an understanding. Like Mortal Kombat 2 came out. I was like, that's the one I want. She was like, if you uppercut your brother into a pit of spikes, I'm gonna ground you.
Yeah. So maybe I should have not watched wrestling when I was a kid, because me and my friends would fake wrestle in the basement, and I tried to powerbomb one of my friends onto my bed, and he fell on his neck. He didn't hurt anything, but I was like, oh, maybe I should stop.
Yeah,
hey, cat.
I got a cat on me. So it's never gonna be different. People are always gonna critique video games. Now, I've never seen a video game like Fortnite, how it just has consumed everything, and
it doesn't make any sense. Do you think that has something to do with the streamers?
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with that.
Not like the real the main reason, but I feel like people are now so invested in these streamers and what they play that, you know, Fortnite did kind of take over Twitch and the streaming spectrum for like, well, not for, but like instantly, like just overnight, just boom, free game. Everybody's playing it. Everybody got so invested in watching people play it and seeing, you know, how good they were. And then they kind of got to that where, I want to play it, Mom. Ninja's playing it. I want to play it. And like you have these people who are more than they think they are, influences or very influential on what and how children perceive certain games and trends.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And what it does too, I think, is, who doesn't want to be, like a famous Twitch streamer with 50,000 people watching him, giving him all their money, everybody's trying to make it nowadays, you know.
It's no longer, hey, do you want to be an actor? It's, hey, do you want to be a streamer? Because if you think about it, like, it's so appealing to play video games for a living and get paid from people to do it. But I feel like you have to be a certain type of person to do that. And unfortunately, at this point in time, Twitch is just super oversaturated with everything. So it's just hard you have to have something special or get like a weird break.
You got to be either really, really good at your game or you got to be really, really interesting.
Yep. And luckily,
that's it.
Or unfortunately, I'm both. I'm neither, rather.
Yeah. I'm like,
we're just two uninteresting people talking about video games.
We're the color beige.
We are beige. That's okay.
I like that. That's okay. Beige. That's us, man. I'll take it.
Yeah, man. That should be our tagline. We are beige.
We are just very bland. We're like oatmeal, but only with like a little sugar, just a little bit, just like a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of nuggets in there that are kind of good.
We're just like oatmeal without the milk or heat. We're just dry and crunchy, and you really don't like it, but you're really hungry.
Yeah, it's like when you haven't gone grocery shopping, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm starving. I'm just gonna chew on these dry pieces of flakes."
We're ramen.
Less salty though.
That's true.
We're a little less salty.
We're ramen without the packet.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're uncooked ramen because your water went out because you didn't pay the bill.
Or you can do like I've seen in the past. One of our friends do is you take the pack, you open it. You sprinkle your seasoning in the bag, crush it up,
and eat it like
just
chips.
Chomp on it and eat it like chips.
That's disgusting.
What the fuck, Paul?
Wow, calling him out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Steve. All right, but yeah, we could talk about that shit all day. I mean, but if you guys give us a comment. Let us know what you think about it, and we'll read some.
Compliment us, you son of a bitch.
You better compliment us, and we'll read some stuff on air. We haven't got anything yet, so keep the nothing coming.
Keep it coming strong, boys.
Again at the autosavepod@gmail.com or at autosavepod on Twitter, and you can also hit us up on Instagram, Crash Fistfight Live. On Instagram, and Cosmic Gaming, KAZMIIK, 2 eyes like my face on Instagram. Not the whole thing, just Cosmic Gaming. But
Cosmic Gaming.
With that lovely conversation out of the way, we're going to hit up our top 10
of the week.
Top 10 of the week. So this week's going to be the top 10 horror games that are our favorites, and we will be turning this into the long-awaited quick save for our YouTube channel. It's going to be a quick 10-minute video or clips from our show that you can watch on our YouTube channel, and this is going to be the top 10 horror games that we will be doing. We're going to go from 10 to 1. Yeah, so I can. That's
how countdowns work, motherfucker.
Yeah. I was counting in my head. Shut up.
No, I was just saying. I wasn't calling you a motherfucker.
Wow, you're a dick. So let's go.
I was just saying. Kidding. I'm like, it was just like a tagline, like
motherfucker. No, I know.
Motherfucker.
That's how counting goes, motherfucker.
That's how counting works. Dirty bitch.
So, Crashly Tisdale, start us off with number 10.
Dude, that was a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
It was between that and Crashton Kutcher. earlier that I wanted them both, and I was
Oh,
afraid it would
man.
slip my mind. So
You get me every time with that. All right.
yeah,
Number 10. I'm going to start this off with
Start us.
a little game called Fear. First Encounter Assault Recon.
this
Released
game
in
was so much
2005.
fun. The game scared the shit out of me when I was younger, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's legit fearful.
It was originally released on PC. It featured extremely good and futuristic graphics,
Yeah,
particle effects, as well as which to this day, the enemy AI and coordination
yeah.
is better than most,
Mhm.
better than anything in Destiny. That's for sure.
It was it
Um,
was really good. I had a lot of fun. It was the little girl scared me more times than I'd like to admit. But
yeah,
there are definitely other games on this list that scared me a lot more. But it definitely kicked off the
it
fear, if you will.
unfortunately took a nosedive though. The Sphere 2 was a lot more action based because it came out in 2005, so before Call of Duty 4.
Yeah,
And then I think 2000, it might have been '07 or '08 when 2 came out, and then they switched to a lot more action based, where you don't aim down your sights in the original, which really threw me off because I just bought it on PS3 and it looks terrible.
yeah.
Like the PS3 version is really really bad.
Of
That
which one?
360 of Fear, the original
Oh.
Fear game.
Gotcha.
So first off, the worst sin that it commits is there's no trophies, right?
Yeah.
No trophies in it.
Sin number
So
one.
that's sin number one. Well, that's really the only sin, and it just doesn't look good on PS3. The version it just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
The 360 version is better, but obviously you can still get on PC. You can get Fear on Steam. Very good, very terrifying. It's a game where you play as a super powered action hero, and you shouldn't be afraid. You are.
Yeah. Which, speaking of afraid, the next game on our top 10, number 9, was undoubtedly one of my favorite games for the 360.
I'm glad you played it.
I did. It was a lot of fun, but you could only play it then. I tried replaying it again, and it was all right. I mean, you could see how it could have been good, like super good when it came out, but it was Condemned Criminal Origins that came out in 2005 on the Xbox 360 and I think PlayStation 3.
Nope.
No, actually it came out in 2005. It was just Xbox.
Just Xbox 360 and PC.
You're essentially playing Saw, kind of, right? You're kind of like this crimes detective, the
you're
serial
crime
crimes unit. You're
for
Agent
the
Ethan
FBI.
Thomas. Yeah. Yeah.
It also featured pretty unique AI where it was a lot less focused on guns. There were guns in the game, but you didn't use them a whole lot. Enemies would hide around corners and jump out and hit you.
Yeah.
So it was much more of a melee combat, and you got a taser, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that?
It was fun and unique. I think there are a lot more games that in this vein that popped later on, but when this came out, it was great for the horror genre.
Yeah, it was. It really kept you on your toes. I love it.
I didn't
It's
play
just
too much of it, but from what I did play, it was
Yeah,
it was really nice.
it was scary as shit, and then the crime scene parts were great. It did have a sequel. It was Condemned 2 Bloodshot that I did finish and did buy on PS3. Very good game. Again, it suffers from the action sequel. It went way more action based, and they changed Ethan's look completely. He looks like kind of like a nerd in the first one, and in the second one, he has long hair and wraps over his hands, and it's just like, come on, guys, I don't feel vulnerable anymore.
Yeah. Speaking of like keeping you on your toes, number 8, the game that you're about to announce, dude, I did not even get. I got maybe an hour into this game.
I got to the first enemy.
Really?
Why is this on the list?
Because it's scary as balls.
Number 8 is Outlast.
For the PS4, PC, Xbox One, I think. But
Probably.
yeah, I don't have much to say about it. But like, I know it's on the list, and neither of us beat it or got very far in it. But from the amount of time that I did play with it, for me, I understood the mechanics and how how it could be something super. I've watched a lot of gameplay footage on it because it was one of those games where I'm like, I'm frustrated with this right now. I don't feel like being scared shitless right now. I will watch other people get scared.
It would like you'd play it. I remember playing it and like I'd snap out of it for a second and my whole body would just be. I just like felt so on edge the whole time. I was like, oh god.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to amend this to do Outlast / Amnesia. So like have them both number 8 because Amnesia was kind of the first game to do. There you don't attack anything, you just hide and you work puzzles. So it's a similar. They have the same spirit, they have the same soul.
Yeah.
So
I played some of Amnesia
and I felt
too.
the same. I felt the same with Amnesia. Didn't get very far in it. Felt insanely tense when I played it.
It gave you severe anxiety.
Yeah.
ED.
Thoughts of suicide.
Speaking of ED, oh man, the segues.
Oh damn.
Number 7, we're gonna go into Eternal Darkness. That was a good segue. Yeah. I didn't actually play this. Did you play Eternal Darkness?
I played this game extensively.
You can talk about it then. Like I didn't have a GameCube, so I didn't play much of it.
I never beat it. I got to a part that I couldn't beat, and then I had to give it back to my friend because he wanted it back. Are you familiar with it, or do you know how the?
No, I'm not actually. Sadly, I didn't have a GameCube, or I would have played this.
You play various members of a family over time, and it's very diverse time periods. But essentially, what is the overarching theme is you have a sanity meter. Now, this is back in probably, I think, 2002, 2003. So this is before Amnesia had a sanity meter. 2002. Yeah. Man, I'm nailing these dates.
You are. What month? What was the month?
Birtle.
Yep, nailed it.
Got it.
Birtle equals June. So
June. Yep. I back then we didn't buy games when they came out. Now you always buy the game the day it comes. I had no idea Resident Evil 3 came out. I got it for Christmas one year. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
or the day before it technically comes out.
Yeah.
The fucking shit.
In Eternal Darkness is the more enemies you fought, your sanity meter would lower, or the more enemies you'd see, you'd lower your sanity. And what a lower sanity would do would actually mess with your game in like kind of meta ways. So if you'd be walking into a room and your character's head would fall off.
Oh, okay.
And you'd be walking around with no head, and then all of a sudden they'd like snap out of it and they'd be like, this isn't happening. And then you come back to the room. You start the room over again. Yeah. There was one, my favorite one, and it happened to me, is you spawn, you enter a room and a message comes up and says, please reconnect your controller. And you're surrounded by enemies and they're all hitting you and killing you. So it doesn't actually kill you, but you snap back out of it and you start back, at the room. There's one where it deletes your save, where it says it's deleting.
Quote unquote, deletes your save.
Yeah, like, are you sure you want to delete your save? And it makes you hit OK and then it deletes it. So, and that game just was mad creepy. Like you'd be hearing shit and oh man, it's a classic. It's still rather expensive. I was actually just looking at it for like $40.
Wow. I feel like GameCube games, like a lot of them are. There's actually another one on our list that might still be that much too. We'll get to that one in a couple. But
for sure. Oh, dude, hold on.
Hit me. What?
I got visual aid.
Oh, you do? That's Fear.
I do.
Fear. First Encounter Assault Recon.
That's it right there. So I have my PS3 copy of Fear. I forgot to hold up to the camera. And Condemned.
Oh yeah, Criminal Origins
for Xbox 360. This is a fantastic game. This is really cheap. This is I bought this for $7.
That's awesome. Used, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper on Steam too.
Yeah. No, it's actually $15 on Steam.
Oh well, still it's better graphics.
It up.
I have it on Steam as well.
Do you? Outlast is still $20. Yeah, Condemned is $15.
That's a good deal for Outlast. $20. That's for a game you'll never finish. It's
I mean, I have it on PS4 and I got it for free. It was one of the free games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now this one actually, our next one was also a free game, 1 month, and this is coming back to your hobby. This was one I platinumed. It is number 6, Until Dawn.
Love them platinums.
Dude, this game was so fun. Like, it was, I think for me, the reason why I platinumed it. Now, if you guys don't know what Until Dawn is, I'm trying to even think about how you would explain it. Let me even.
It'd be like a Walking Dead style game.
It's a horror survival adventure video game. Oh, that didn't really give me much. Thank you, Google. Fuck off. So essentially, it's a bunch of QuickTime events. You play through. It's all a giant cutscene with QuickTime events, and once you get to certain spots, you can actually actively move your character around and go do certain things. But it's supposed to make you tense, and you're a bunch of kids who are taking a vacation at a cabin, and all of a sudden, creepy stuff starts happening. You see a guy with a knife. What you think is going to be the killer the whole time, but spoiler alert! I'll give you about 5 seconds before before I tell you what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spoiler alert. They end up being these creatures called the Wendigo, which are Wendigo, which the guy with the knife is actually trying to kill. And the whole time, like, you think one of these characters is your friend, and like, you find out that the guy chasing you was actually one of your friends. It's the game was super good, even though it was a little predictable at times. It was really fun to kind of make the decisions and see what happens. And, if you make the wrong decision, your character can unexpectedly die, which kind of fucks up your trophy hunt, because one of the trophies is to keep everybody alive. And, let me tell you this story. Okay. So I was playing this, me and a couple of friends, they like to watch me play games like this. Like we did it with RE7 and Until Dawn so far, where I'll play through the entire game in one night. That's awesome. As fast as I can, but it's like a horror game. They don't like playing horror games. So I was playing Until Dawn, and I was trying to get the achievement or the trophy for keeping everybody alive. I kept everybody alive the entire fucking game, and I got to the very end, and there's this part in where you have to keep still. So you have to hold the controller still, and on the screen it shows you a picture of the PlayStation 4 light bar that you have to keep in this little shape. You have to keep it within the borders, essentially.
Keep it in the zone.
You have to keep it in the zone, auto zone. And
like
if you
Kanye.
Yeah. And if you get out of the zone, you get attacked or something bad happens. So like the very last I hit my mic, sorry. The very last part where you have to hold it into the things, I knew it was the very last QuickTime event, or the very last piece before I get the main chick out the door to get this achievement. I'm holding it still, and then all of a sudden one of my friends, he says something. Like, he just says something. He's like, "What are you doing?" or something. I don't remember what he says, but it threw me off so much that I just tipped out of the thing, and she got stabbed by a Wendigo, dead. There goes that was the last trophy I needed for the Platinum 2. So I had to replay the game all the way through one more time.
Yeah, I lost that one too.
Really?
And because I didn't even move, and it was just like, "Guess what? You're dead, son." I'm like, "Oh god."
Oh shit.
That's a great game though.
When you make those bad decisions and your character dies, a lot of the times it's unexpected, and it does give you that instant like jump scare. You're like, "Oh my god," and it makes you want to go back through it and save everybody, because you're like, "Okay, well, this sucks, and I want to save people." So if you guys haven't checked it out, it's super good. Until Dawn came out in 2015. Supermassive Games. I think Supermassive Games did other really big titles, actually.
Massive ones.
The Inpatient. What is that?
Yeah, it's a PSVR game.
Okay. And there's 5 in here. Let's see. I'm looking up the Google machine right now. Supermassive Games. The Inpatient, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, Hidden Agenda, Until Dawn, Killzone HD, Little Big Planet 2, Level Kits. Oh, maybe they didn't. Maybe it just sounded familiar because
it does. Supermassive Games sounds familiar.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I also played the Until Dawn Rush of Blood, which is a rail shooter for VR. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I heard about that. I heard it was good. Yeah, I don't got VR. I should get VR.
You should. We should both get VR.
We should get VR. VR bros.
I actually haven't beat the next game on our list, so I'll have you get into that one.
All right, number 5. We got Dead Space.
Dead Space visuals.
Dead Space.
It is a very good creepy game.
It's a really really good game.
Yeah.
It actually gives you a good sense that you can hold your own, but also can get torn apart. It's got hundreds and hundreds of millions of thousands of death animations for every single time that I died, and a turret section, which is really hard. So thank you, the developer that's no longer a developer. Which one is this? This is
While you look for that, it gives you not only does it give you the feeling that you can hold your own, but it also makes you feel like you're completely alone.
oh yeah, very good isolation.
Yeah.
Alien isolation.
Wow, you kind of just trailed off there.
Alien isolation.
You can just Google it, Visceral Games.
Visceral, that's it. Yep, they're gone. Thanks, EA.
Published by EA, yeah.
Oh, because they went the action route for the third game. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine co-op being less scary because you're with somebody else and you both.
You're
have
no longer
guns.
isolated. Yeah. More action.
I should work for EA. I got some good ideas.
You should work for somebody.
Uh.
Number 4 on our top 10. We're gonna make these ones a little bit quicker here because we're wanting to put this as our quick save. So we'll.
Oh yeah, that's true. I
forgot
about that.
But I didn't play through this game very much. But number 4 is Fatal Frame. Now this is another one that I think is still kind of pretty expensive, actually. I'm gonna look
the
at
original. The first one and the second one are, and I think all three of them. I did not beat Fatal Frame because I am horrified of it.
It's not. Yeah, no, it's scary as shit.
There's nothing scarier than being a young teenage girl in a haunted house.
Yeah, with just a camera.
You can't.
Yeah.
I know that you can get both 1 and 2 for sure on the PlayStation Network.
For PS3.
Probably, yeah. You might be able to get them on the PS4 as well, but I know my wife was playing through it and she's like, I don't know about this one. I'm like, I don't know about this one either. I was like, I played it when it came out when I was younger and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
I played Crimson Butterfly, the second one.
Yeah, that's number 2. That's a good one.
Like that was my first taste in jump scares, and I was like, no, fuck that, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like it gave me nightmares too. Like I remember this one dream where I felt like I was in a haunted house with just a camera, and there weren't ghosts coming at me, but like what looked like dead, like homeless people, like people who were just very disheveled and wearing tattered clothing, just running at me, and then I would pull the camera away and nothing was there.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, that was a great one.
Sounds like a rough Friday night, my friend.
I'm telling you, man, that was a weekday.
That is rough. So a game I have at number 3 here, we have at number 3 here with a little bit more experience is PT.
Yep.
I was
not
hesitant.
A full game, so
for that reason I was hesitant to put it kind of so high. I was gonna initially put it at number 10, but PT was huge.
Oh yeah, huge.
It was huge.
Huge.
So much so that after it was pulled and canceled and nobody could re-download it like me, somebody went and just made the game again on their own, just how good it was. And
did they really?
Yeah, somebody went through with whatever game engine and remade the entire game. So I don't. I'm sure they got
this. That is new news for me.
Yeah, I'm sure they got pulled because Konami being Konami, but and I remember playing that and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Lisa was just so, her name was Lisa, I think. We'll call her Lisa. It was just so scary.
Yeah.
And they just, every time you went through that hallway, something was a little different.
Yep. And it's literally just a hallway.
Yeah.
Until you get to what you think is going to be the garage, I think. And then you're just like, imagine playing that in VR. I would lose my shit.
No, I'm not gonna even. Oh God, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So if you guys haven't, there's a shit ton of videos online of people playing PT. Check it out. It is creepy. I would recommend watching it with your lights off and like a surround sound headset on. You
could probably find like if you do, you could probably find a video of like a playthrough where they really set the mood for it, where it's not like a walkthrough or it's not like a thing. It's just somebody going through it, and you can pretty much experience it as you would if you were playing it. So
yeah, I mean,
and
I'm sure there's a lot of them where people are playing it without like audio, like without their audio, like mic audio.
No voiceover or anything like that.
But yeah, check it out. It's a creepy one. Number 2 on our list isn't. I wouldn't consider them as creepy as PT or Fatal Frame, but they were just really well made games. Is Resident Evil 2 and the Resident Evil 2 remake for number 2 on our top 10 list. Just amazing games, amazingly well done. The remake was superb in every way.
Yeah, I really pushed for the sequel over the original.
Cut out for a sec. You really pushed for the.
I really pushed for the sequel and not the original Resident Evil. Because they just really refined everything.
Yeah.
The graphics looked better. The voice acting was better. The music was better. So, and of course,
but it still kept the nostalgia and the feelings that you got when you played the original. Like you still felt all that when you got the remake. Just refined graphics, better gameplay. It was everything that you wanted Resident Evil 2 original to be if it could have been.
Right. Yeah. And with the original release of Resident Evil 2, it's very reminiscent to Jaws, because it was always finding the unknown and the unseen being the most terrifying thing, and that's what they got creative with the hardware at the time with the fixed camera angles. You heard the zombies, you knew they were there, but you couldn't see them. So it really added to the tension. And then the remake, I mean, like you said, it's just
great.
They worked their way around it. People complain that it's too dark, but I mean, what are you gonna do when you can see all the way down a hallway?
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta get creative with it. And that way, I mean, that's just.
But then again, I feel like that's nitpicky.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think that I was actually watching a critique of it, of the remake, and it has a lot of problems, but overall, I mean, the dude was like, yeah, this game has a shit ton of problems, but I've beaten it 8 times and I can't stop playing it. I'm like, well, there you go,
because it's
there's your answer.
Damn good.
That damn good.
You know, and speaking of damn good, what is number 1, Crash? What is number 1 on our top 10 horror game list?
Number 1 on our list and number 1 in our hearts, Silent Hill 2.
Baby.
Silent Hill 2 is less about fear and more about a gnawing sense. What next? Much like Kubrick's The Shining, viewers are left fearing what is unseen and thus unknown. Instead of relying on cheap scares and obvious plot points, Silent Hill 2 leaves you with questions you just don't want to find the answers to. You'll find yourself cringing as you explore abandoned rooms and dark hallways. Knowing what you will inevitably find will push you further into the sense of dread other horror games try and often fail to create. Unsettling, unnerving, and an absolute delight to play.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
My wife wrote that.
Did she really?
Yeah. Because we played it together last year, and she was like, this is like perfect.
So, that's hot.
That's hot.
Oh, that's hot. What was that from?
Paris Hilton.
Yeah. That's hot.
Why? See, that's something that is taking up room in my brain, and that scares me.
Yep, that's okay. It was taking up room in my brain too. You know what's not taking up room in my brain? That top 10, because it's out in the ether. That was our good little quick save we got. We'll upload that to the YouTubes here soon. Crash, you got anything else for us before we head out?
Yes.
For the day. Time.
Yes. Night. Don't drink and drive. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yep.
If somebody's telling you you're being an asshole, you're probably being an asshole.
And stop being an asshole.
Stop being an asshole.
Reevaluate your life.
Yep. Reevaluate some things. Play some video games.
Have your pets spayed or neutered.
Mm-hmm. And drink plenty of water.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Drink plenty of water. 8 cups a day, folks. 8 cups a day.
Life's short. So is this podcast.
Baby. Don't forget to check us out on our social media, twitter.com/theautosavepod, facebook.com/theautosavepodcast, instagram.com/crashfistfightlive, instagram.com/cosmicgaming. That's KAZMIIK, 2 eyes, again, like my face. Thanks again for listening, you guys. Thanks for watching on Twitch. We will hope to catch you guys next week. This will be up on Google Play Music and Stitcher Radio and SoundCloud as soon as possible. Baby.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye, Ted.